It figures. I bring this show back, and right around the corner, there's a Smurfs movie waiting. The show's not officially back until there's a Smurfs movie out. How was your Wednesday night? At least we had the theater almost empty. It was silent enough in there for it to be empty.
It was good till about 7:15.
Man, there's just never going to be a good one of these movies, is there? Unless we're going back. I don't have a good enough memory of the Magic Flute movie from 40 years ago to remember if that was any good or not.
It was fine.
Oh, okay.
That's the funny thing, sitting through this, they try way too hard. I'm like, when I was a kid, we had the Magic Flute. It was short.
Mm-hmm.
It was inoffensive. It was just some medieval little magic story about a boy and his flute that you could get it to make people dance like crazy, and I forget if the Smurfs made it or something, and they have to get it back because a villain steals it, and that's it. There's no attempt to be hip.
Oh my god.
It didn't need Rihanna. I'm like, why do we have to try so, like, if you're literally making something for 5-year-olds, like, I'm not gonna lie, I think the Paw Patrol movie's way better than this.
It was.
Like, cause I'm like, okay, if I were 5, I would like this. I'm not sure if I were 5, I would have given a crap about this movie.
I wouldn't have been able to follow this if I was 5 years old.
This is
Jesus
like magic.
Christ.
There's lore. There's lots of Smurf lore. It's like magic books. It opens like it's freaking Infinity War.
It does.
Like,
oh yeah, this is a studio note movie. This is like cynical board of executives film.
You want scary things. This is directed by Chris Miller, and he's done a few things, some DreamWorks stuff, and a lot of it's not spectacular, but I mean,
Yeah, he did Puss in Boots.
Yeah, Puss in Boots was really good. He's done some things that have been good, and then but this happens a lot sometimes with animation directors. You'll see one where it's like, how could they have directed that? And it's like, it's not their fault. It's the studio handed them a bunch of notes, and it's okay, I'll make this for a paycheck. The weird thing is, this was written
by Pam Brady.
Yeah. How?
Yeah.
Why? 95 episodes of South Park, and South Park bigger, longer,
Hamlet
and
too.
I'm like, Hamlet too. How is this like her trying to get out of hell free card or something, where she's like, well, when I'm asked at the pearly gates, I'll be like, well, I did the Smurfs movie, that was my one kids thing, that, like, what? How?
It makes me want to know what went on behind the scenes of this. You have a talented writer like Pam Brady, who probably, I'm only guessing, is just given mountains of notes to put this in, to put this plot in, to put this joke, put this reference in, and to make it like a Trolls movie.
I thought for sure when I looked up, who wrote this, because I was getting curious in the middle of the movie. When I looked up who wrote this, I thought for sure, I'm like, well, this has to be like 7 writers, because this feels like a 7-writer movie.
Yeah.
One person, Pam Brady. I'm like, what? Probably not since Sherry Stoner being attached to, like, Casper. Am I like,
yeah.
Huh.
Or
like,
Mike White's name on the Emoji Movie.
Yeah, which this kind of felt like that.
One of the many plots in this movie is a lot like the Emoji Movie.
I have no words.
It is several.
I'm kind of speechless. I'm like, I don't know how I talk about this movie.
I was thinking that during it, because I don't even know how I could even describe the plot of this thing. Sometimes it is about this magic book. Sometimes it's about no-name Smurf trying to find his place. Yeah.
Then there's also Gargamel and his brothers, like, trying to patch their relationship.
Then they do the real world thing.
Then there's a brother thing with, like, multiple Offermans.
Yeah.
Like, there's Papa Smurf, then there's another Smurf. But the other Smurf is not the third Smurf. The third brother is called Ron. He's not played by Offerman. He's played by Kurt Russell.
That's who that was. Okay.
Yeah, I know. I was like,
yeah,
okay, this is.
It's got to be.
I'm like, this isn't him as well.
There's 1,000 names attached to the cast of this, so I was when he popped up.
James Corden, so I'm sitting there, like, I started looking at my phone, not just out of the sheer ass-numbing boredom, but I was just like, who is doing this no-name Smurfs voice? Because I was like, I kept hearing, I was like, okay, he's British and he's really annoying. Who is this? I was like, oh, it's James Corden. Like now, it's James Corden doing like this very fake kind of, oh no, I do, and I'm just like, this is the most annoying. I'm like, of course it's James Corden.
And the plot didn't even, he's the one who, like, he's no-name Smurf. He has to find out what his place is, who he is. Right away when he shows up, it's like, you're the only British one here. Like, British Smurf? I don't know. Call yourself that.
Limey. Limey Smurf.
And then it does, it goes back to the 2011 one a little bit, only in as much as...
It goes to the real world, which the only reason I was curious about this is I like... My wife is like wishing me well, hoping I survive the movie.
Yeah.
I was curious because I'm like, I get so sick of these movies that are just like, we're gonna set it in the real world, and it's like Sonic did that, and
Yeah.
I hate like. Sonic was better than it had any right to be, but the parts of Sonic that suck are because of that. Because it just feels like one of those lame 90s movies. And that, like Smurfs, the one that came out like 10 years ago or whatever, like that had that same vibe. I'm like, well, everything I saw in the one trailer I saw for this, I'm like, well, it looks like the whole thing's animated at least. Like maybe there'll be some charm, who knows? But yeah, then they went to the real world anyway, and I was like, fuck you, movie. Okay, there was the one thing that
I'm of two minds about that. One is every shot in the real world just looks like they're acting against B-roll. Like B-roll footage of a nightclub, B-roll footage in Paris. None of the humans there.
My favorite is they're in Paris, and you were just like, is nobody noticing this?
Yeah.
I was like, they were too snooty to notice. They're Parisian.
Like no one in this club or anything is just... It's total like B-roll footage that they're using.
And it's Smurfs, so they're French. They must be seeing Smurfs all the time.
But the other part of me is sort of like, well, I guess at least with that, none of the humans become any kind of main character in this. Like, so...
No. There are no human main characters, except for the fact that on a technical level there are, because it's implied then that Gargamel and his brother and that minion, like, they're all living in the real world, but they're animated.
I mean, like live action.
Yeah,
like
so I'm like, none of this makes any sense. Did you know Rihanna was in this movie? By the way?
Yeah, because I got the trailer for this a bunch of times.
I didn't know. I think at the very end I saw her name in the credits. I was like, wow. She could have sung a song or something.
She was mainly who they were promoting in the trailers.
I'm just being fucking sarcastic.
Oh, sorry.
It's like 10 seconds in and she like starts singing. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, like, oh, yeah, that's when I knew we were in trouble.
Which is always hilarious because like her voice is fine, just doing the voice acting. It's just, she's very obviously like one of the odd one out Smurfs. Like her and James Corden just feel like they're from something completely different. But like, the second she starts singing, you get that studio magic turned on, and all of a sudden get that reverb and the echo and everything, and it's just so freaking fun.
The opening scene of this is like what you usually see in the final scene of a bad kids movie, where the opening is the Smurfs come out, they're doing their song and everything, and then pan back, Papa Smurf at the DJ booth with his turntable. They all start rapping together.
Hey, let's try this one out for size.
Yeah, Papa Smurf goes, well, that was a banger. I'm like, what? I'll tell you who wrote this. That meme of Steve Buscemi going, how do you do, fellow kids?
That's the funny thing about it is, like, they started off singing the tra-la-la-la-la-la.
Yeah.
And then when they went to that, I was like, well, congratulations. You took the most annoying song ever written, and you only made this a lateral move.
There was, like, maybe a few minutes towards the end
where it went into the different like kind of universes.
Yeah,
that was for like literally I think I could count it 60 seconds.
Yeah,
like that got slightly interesting where I kind of snapped out of it. I was like, oh, they went to like a claymation, there was like some pencil drawings and
the Nintendo game.
Yeah, the Nintendo game, which that was kind of lame just because I was like, boy, they really could have made it feel more like a Nintendo game. Yeah, outside of that, I just like, apparently, it's not doing well at the box office compared to Super Woke. So it's not competing well, and I don't know. I mean, when we saw it, there were 5 people.
Yeah, at the most.
5. And I'm not gonna lie, there was not a single laugh.
No.
Not a single anything. No, I think one of them was definitely a kid, and it was just like crickets back there behind us. And I will say, I'm amazed that I got through this movie and maybe once laughed. There was like once, and I'm like, that's almost mathematically impossible. But by accident, there should be a slapstick moment or something in a kid's film that's trying to throw some jokes in that should make me laugh a few times. And I'm just like, I'm disappointed I laughed the once. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, that could have been so close to being the first movie I've seen that just was trying to make me laugh, that just not a single laugh the whole way through.
When the brother tried going through the window, is that the part?
Yeah, when they pulled him in the window, but then they ruined the joke because then they do it again like 8 times or something. But that first time, I didn't see it coming. I saw the window there, and like maybe I should have seen it coming, but it happened so fast. I was like, all right,
I did. It was in the
laugh.
trailer. So like,
oh, I didn't see that.
There was like maybe a couple of times, or at best, I kind of went like that, like just like one was there was a joke about the ashes of Gargamel's mom or whoever, and one of them mentioned something that is a prank. They stir it in their assistant's milk.
That was kind of funny. I liked the it was in the background, the portrait of Gargamel's mom, with just the giant nose.
Oh, I missed that.
And then there was a really quick one where Ken offers up his watch and that little poof ball or whatever for like literally 1 second whips out its arm out of the fur ball body, and there's like 8 watches on there, slaps it on and brings it back in. And it's literally that quick that you miss it. And I was like, okay, that was kind of funny. But that, literally, like, I can count those on my one hand.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if it's been so long since I've seen a film just this empty.
Yeah, because I can't even...
vacuous.
I was way more annoyed by the third movie than this. And I don't even remember that much about the third movie, other than I remember
terrible
that it was an
like,
obnoxious sit.
I remember Playmobil movie more than this.
Okay, I was going to bring that up.
As weird as that was, Playing with Fire, as awful as that movie is, I remember more. Fucking bobbleheads I'll never forget.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that more. Those were all terrible. But like, this is just, I feel it's like Neverending Story. It's nothing.
Yeah,
just nothing.
And that was the plot we forgot about, those sniggly poofs or whatever they're called.
Yeah, I don't...
Like, or I don't know, another toy that shows up in the movie. But no, I was thinking the exact same thing, where I do not put this in the category of some legends that we sat through, whether it's Playmobil or Playing with Fire.
It feels like this was some revenge plot by the French, like, you know...
I would...
Because of the tariffs or something, they're like, fine... Here, you could try to sell Superman over here, but we're giving you a Smurfs movie.
I would
enjoy.
I'm trying to think of what I would put, of the movies that you and I have gone to see together. I don't know. Maybe I would put this in the category of Arctic Dogs. I don't know, something like bad, but I couldn't tell you F all about it. I won't be able to tell you anything about this.
Be close. There was, I can't think of another one like this empty.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a while. Like, I'm not joking. There were times I was just staring at the screen, and like I just completely zoned out
because there's so much plot.
Like I left my body. I kind of left my mind, and I swear, like the screen just opened up.
Yeah.
And I just realized, staring into that void, I'm like, there's nothingness.
Mm-hmm.
This is just nothingness. Everything is impermanent. Everything changes. It all amounts to nothing. It's just death in an endless cycle. This may be the most nihilistic movie I've ever seen in my fucking life. I like snapped out, like, holy shit. I was just like, where did I go for 10 minutes?
You're right.
I would just snap out of it. I'm like, I vanished. I literally vanished into something. It's like a drug trip.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a drug I would recommend. But this is like some shaman shit where it's like I went into the underworld and came back.
Yeah, you're right, because I was sitting there thinking the same thing. I was just sitting there letting a movie happen in front of me and was so zoned out. The positive end of that is like I said, I wasn't sitting there annoyed, like, because it was so... It was
No,
such
because when I was high as fuck and saw The Immortals, because Doug recommended it.
Yeah.
And he even recommended, no, get high, like, you'll probably like it better. But Doug kind of sort of likes that movie for reasons I'll never... we don't talk anymore. But I watched it high as a kite.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so slow and so empty that I'm just like, it really just took all of the fun of the drugs away, because time slowed down so much and the movie was so slow and boring that I was like, and like I kept staring at my watch and I swear time was going backwards. And I felt like that in this movie sober. I kept looking at my watch like, how could that only be 2 minutes ago? How is this possible? But the thing is, like, that kind of annoyed me more with that movie. This movie, I'm just like, I just felt nothing. It was like, I think you need to like be dialed into a suicide hotline watching this, because I'm like, this movie will mess you up if you like stare at it too long. I was just like, whoa.
We got more material out of the trailers in front of this thing. Gabby's Dollhouse.
Oh God, I could literally feel my testosterone being drained from me as that trailer was playing. I'm like, I need a thick, juicy steak right now.
That movie looked more like the Playmobil movie than this one did.
I don't know. This is one I'd be very curious. Like, somebody needs to do a making of this movie.
I know. Yeah. I gotta know. I gotta know what happened. Like,
but
from
this
the
is
time they wrote the
this
script.
is like, no. I'll tell you what this is. Was it Plebius, the video game that Urban Legend? Yeah. This is that game in movie form where it's like, if you watch it long enough, you're just gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
You're gonna like, your brain's gonna melt and you're just gonna become a zombie or something. That's what it felt like.
What grade would you give this?
Oh, F.
You give this an F?
Easy F.
Yeah. I'm not gonna give it the F.
I'll give it the F.
But I get it. But I totally
because
get
honestly,
where you're coming from.
Playmobil, like all those others, like on the different levels of whether they're good or not. But even Bobblehead's like, I remember more. If I can't even remember this, like, and I zone out like that in a movie, like there's normally something keeping my attention. Like, I have an ADHD brain. Like, there should be something by default. It's not that difficult. And if you really can't even manage to do that, holy crap.
Only because the movie didn't annoy me as much as the third one.
I don't think I saw the third.
It Lost Empire? Is that what it was
I
called?
I saw the first two. So we had to review I know we reviewed the first one.
And just because of that, because it's not like I was kicking the seat in front of me or anything like that. Like, I've sat through more painful this year, but you know, it's like,
this
okay,
movie,
like, what is that?
This movie like was so bad that I told my wife, I'm just like, yeah, I gotta see the Smurfs tonight with Brad.
Yeah. And
I was like, you can come with if you want. I swear, based on her reaction, she'd rather hop on a plane with Jeffrey Epstein. Like, she's just no.
I know,
no.
like, I'm sitting here just sort of like, well, okay, like, I'll give it a D. Yeah, I'll give the movie a D, but it's like, okay, because it's not like F-worthy, like, Shadow Force that I saw a few months ago.
I mean, I don't see as many things as you do, so I'm a little skewed, but this is one of the worst
No,
things
but I
I've
get
seen
where
in a
you're
while.
coming from.
Not as
like,
annoying as, like, Mike Myers' Cat in the Hat still annoyed me more. There's movies that annoyed me more, but just for how empty this is, like, like, at least annoying me, that's an emotion it makes me feel.
Yeah.
Like, this is, I mean, this is almost like a sedative, I guess. Like, maybe they should play this in insane asylums, you know, calm the patients down.
Fuck, I remember Smurfs and Smurfs 2 more than I do this, and I just saw this movie like 5 minutes ago.
I know. There's, like, in the animation on the other Offerman character, Ken, he's got this red beard, and he has, you know, the big blue nose, and there's, like, a little line, and the line weight on it keeps shifting, or something happens, and it looks like just something got, like, misrendered or something. These little bits of line, like, keep disappearing or not, and I was spending a lot of time trying to figure out, I was like, was this intentional? Is this something in the animation they wanted to imply there's hair underneath his nose, so this line keeps it? Or is this like they just didn't have a budget or something? And 10 minutes later, I realized I've been looking at this Smurf's beard to figure out this little animation glitch more than I've paid attention to anything.
It's Nick Offerman. He's got a magnificent beard.
Yeah, that's how bad this movie is.
I noticed that about the beard too in it. Yeah, I did. But I don't know, maybe magic?
I don't know. I think we need to counteract this with I want to see Smurfs done as like a gritty thriller. Cross it with 8mm and call it the Snuffs.
Yeah.
That's what
I could
wanna
write
see.
that. Yeah, I'll get that to you by tomorrow.
Because that way, at least, I don't have to go into a movie theater, two single guys going in to see the Smurfs, still not arrested. We still haven't
We've
been
made
arrested.
it this far.
But I'm sure there's a number of watch lists.
It's
But
the same theater we saw
The
Paw
guy-
Patrol.
the guy like who sold you the ticket was like staring at the two of us and like laughing to himself.
Was
'cause
he?
He could tell that we didn't kind of want to see it, and he was just kind of like snickering to himself watching us go in.
That's when you know the review is going to be good. When they laugh at us
Yeah.
for going in, like when we saw Oogie Loves. Again, a much more memorable film than this. I remember Goofy Toofy not being able to pull his pants up. Jesus. Well, all right. I'll be back tomorrow with Fantastic Four.
I don't know. You were kind enough to pay for me
Oh yeah.
to see this, and I turned to you at the end of the movie. I was like, I know you paid for me to see this, but I still want my money back.
Oh, it's okay.
You owe me an extra 10.
It's okay. I used my movie rewards. See you guys.
Ugh.